Welcome to NBC Sports Northmead for the Inner Zone Sides Championship. We're going to be watching the Zone 12, Zone 15 clash between Brett Spurr and Darren Morrison. Teams lining up. I've gone blank completely. Benny can take that one over.
Yeah, it should be a ripper of a game, mate. Welcome everyone. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully the weather holds off, mate. It's going to be a bit intense, but we're watching... I've got the wrong thing up by the looks too myself. I'm in the seniors. That's no good. Let's try this one instead. Section 2 is Zone 12, Zone 15. Brett Spurr, Nathan Wise, Ben Winther, and Josh Berry against Darren Morrison, Lee Trethowan, Luke Rash, and Nathan Malloy. And should be a cracker. Some of these teams, obviously the might of Zone 12. Zone 15 have some really classy players. Darren Morrison himself is already a state champion, I guess you'd say, in the pairs. The
Triples.
Did he? Oh, he won the triples, but he also won the club champion of champions pairs.
Did too.
And with Hemi Palmer, who's playing on the third rink, one furthest away from us.
He's up against his semi-final opponents, isn't he?
Yeah, Dave Ferguson's skipping that rink. Ben Twist, Joe Clark, and Beau Prideaux, the best name in bowls. And so that team on the far rink, Paul Williams, Hemi Palmer, Zach Robertson, and Luke O'Grady. And next to us, Carl Healy, bless him, Nick Cahill, Jaden Gebby, and Michael Phillips against Shane Edwards, Mark Wheatley, Shane Starkey, and Joel Nowes. It's going to be just amazing all across the rinks. Good games everywhere. Colour, life. That's what we're here for in bowls. Look at Wisey. And cameras you can see in the background if you're looking at the big black blob. That's our solution to the water problem we may have this week, mate.
High tech.
High tech. It'll do. It'll work. You see on the left there of the screen, there's Jessie Cattell sitting there. She'll join us in commentary later on. I'm going to be nicking off at about 9:45. So in about an hour to go and sort some stuff out back down south, but I'll be back with you tomorrow at the very minimum. I'll be back this afternoon, hopefully, before the end of the second game even. Hopefully.
Probably holding a few.
Is it 12?
Yes. Josh Berry, the two-tone bowl, sitting right on the jack.
Hence like XG duos by the looks. I dropped in 100 bowls the other day while I was up doing some other stuff and had a look in there. Some cool stuff going on. And watch this. They're all going their backhand now. Now, no moisture. It's interesting, even though the rain's coming. The last few days, early in the morning, we've had a heavy fog and a strong dew on the green. Beautifully dry out there at the moment. So this green will be pretty quick and should get quicker before the rain, which, look, to be honest, Andrew, you and I were discussing this morning, it's hitting up north more than sitting here. We don't mention the R word. Sorry about that.
Well, so far, the big rain band has gone north of Sydney. I understand it's quite wet in a few places right now. Not much has fallen around here at the moment.
David Stray's asking how many live stream interruptions today. Mate, I did lots of work yesterday to try to solve all those issues. Grab some extra antennas. That was all stuff outside of our control. And today it's looking very strong. Hopefully none, mate, is the answer. Lots of support for Zone 15. Vic Young, Daniel Clayton, Phil Lubke, welcome, mate. Very pleased to be able to meet you the other day. Cold in Albury, Sue Thurley saying. Doug Hawkins, welcome, and welcome everyone. It's a ripper day here at NBC Sports. Dundas also has a few games on. Should we go through those?
Yep.
I'll go through all the games. We'll have a look. So in these, at NBC Sports, Zone 8 versus Zone 2. That'd be a classic game, actually. Zone 9 and Zone 1 also here. Zone 12 and 15 and Zone 5 and Zone 4 are on this green right next to us over at Dundas. Section 3, which is Zone 16, the Illawarra, against Zone 6, and Zone 7, the South Coast, versus Zone 13. I've got some interest in that one myself. Oh, Brad Thomas and Dave Thomas are in the same team over there. That'll be interesting. Jay Bruce, Dylan Cuthbert. Again, Ray Pearce is over there, recent world champion, world indoor champion. Mason Lewis, Dave Axon over there too, and Callum Murray, the second best name in bowls. And the other section is Section 4, which is Zone 11 and 10. They're playing against each other, Zone 3 and Zone 14. So lots of action here in Western Sydney. Out near Parramatta is NBC Sports. Dundas just down the road. Highly recommend everyone, if you're around, come out and have a look at one of the great prestige competitions we have in Bowls, New South Wales.
Because the word is it's the last interzone.
Oh, it is.
Don't worry, it's not that dramatic. It's just a little rename with us going to regions. So next year it will be the inter-region competition.
Yeah, and interesting, these zone shirts and zone jackets and everything, they've got collector's items at the moment. Had a lady yesterday who, I guess you'd call her the kit maintenance lady looking after Zone 12, was complaining that she wasn't getting the shirts back. The guy's collecting them.
Well, we have said that they're not required to go out and get new uniforms straight away. They can continue to use the old zone ones for these events. Doesn't make sense to make them spend money straight off.
You're not wrong.
When they need to be replaced, they'll adopt the new stuff.
Here's Darren Morrison, one of the well-known figures, former RBM. Old colleague of mine, was actually my supervisor when I first started. My first steps into working in bowls was him. And he scared the heck out of me. First day taking me to Cabrevale Diggers. I thought, oh my God, what have I got myself into here? A very accomplished bowler.
He does know the big ring goes on the outside.
Yep, he goes a fair track. Oh, has he got it? Yeah, just the one. So 1 to Zone 12 to kick off this Interzone Championship. Zone 12 versus Zone 15.
I know it flashed up with 2 then, but that was just me pressing the wrong button.
That's all right. You haven't done it for a while, mate. We're going to, after all the issues over the last few days, I reckon I'd be nervous. I would be nervous in the control seat, I can tell you. It's quite odd sitting here not pushing buttons, actually.
It is. I know what you mean.
Well, what a beautiful club. Geez, we get well looked after here. The volunteers out. We met with Steve Rochester, was it?
Yep.
The umpire out there, 2 of the most diligent umpires I've ever seen out there at the moment. Geez, they fly off the banks when they get you called. It was brilliant. And of course, a shout out to Marlene Reynolds, the bowls organiser here, who has been as busy as any human I've ever seen, but she's high energy.
Rusty on the buttons, mate.
Yeah, it's all right. You'll catch up. I'll probably set it up a little different to you as well. So that's Josh Berry. That's 2 very good bowls. Great start by the leads. Nathan Malloy. He's changed hands, actually. He's going his backhand now.
Just going to be a little on the wide side, but that's a really good home.
Yeah, positional players is as important as getting the shot. No score next door yet.
Benny Winther, he'll play his forehand. He'll be looking just to get around the shot bowl and match those 2 at the back. Be happy to even run past them.
I do love those bowls. That is a great design.
That's a fantastic effort, that one. Just
Perfect
flopped
shot.
off him, sat in behind.
Absolutely perfect shot, covered and counted. As we expect, Luke Rash looking to get under the duo there, and he has. all the way to the jack. Push it back a bit, it'd be great. Oh, he sat with it. I reckon that's a tie. Both touching. What a great shot. And a good toucher as well.
Well, the good thing for Zone 15 here is that Zone 12 can't really afford to tack too much because that jack squirts through the hole there a couple down. Mm-hmm. I think, though, you will get Benny just to reach, slightly overplay it. If he misses, he'll go long and be in behind. You get a little tap on Josh Berry's bowl, could roll the other one out. That's not too bad.
Yep.
Although I reckon Darren's pretty happy with where his bowls ended up.
I reckon so too. Barry Brown, welcome from Scotland. Thanks, Barbara Green, sharing as well. Excellent. Fiona Hall. And thanks for your support over the last couple of days, Fiona, as well. Or yesterday. Oh, no, the other day. Kyle Langley, a shout out to the Marmotta from McLean. Yeah, he actually got a gig. Oh, that's a good shot. Jeez, just not quite moving things around. It's calling one Zone 12. But yeah, he's sadly one of the Zone 1 players had to pull out, so he's gone from reserve to actually playing today, so pretty exciting. Mark Rossington, captions can be turned off on your screen. Just find the three little dots in a vertical line on your if you're on Facebook, and find it there. It should take the captions off for you. You should be able to say turn captions off.
Oh, good effort.
Geez, they've started well, haven't they? Mate, we're live. We'll do it after the game, all right? Corey Starr, shout out to Zone 7. Yep, go you good things. Oh, a little edge. No, I won't get it.
Pretty good weight for it, I think. Spurr, he's just considering getting some cover, or he thinks that jack might be locked in, so he's getting the wise man to just reach up on the backhand. Very relaxed delivery, Wisey.
Yeah, he's pretty chill, isn't he, on the mat? I'm surprised he's not skipping, actually. He's another good skipper, good at the back end, I guess. The lime green bowls here.
Lee Trethowan.
Yep. I'm trying to say his name. Probably Trethowan, right. Trethowan. I'll practice that later on.
A long player. He's actually won a few state championships.
Yeah.
Has had a run for the New South Wales side on the back of that. He did carry a fella to a couple of state championships. You may have heard of him, called Sheriff.
Oh, yeah, no, easy. It's a tough carry, but it's possible. There we go. Andrew Fogwell, good morning, mate. Saying good morning to you and me and Seymour.
Just imagine how good Spurr would be if he used his right hand.
Yeah. Come on. Oh, edges. Lots of covering bowls. A bit of a mix at the back there. And Seymour, good morning. Good to see you. Yep, well, I'll actually say he's the man in charge at the moment, and he's got all the controls. I'm just sitting here talking. I'm out of here in about 45 minutes now. Daz wants a contact of any kind. Oh, he's sat in his jack as well. What do you reckon, Andrew? Where's Jack going to go if it gets hit?
Yeah.
Dead. Or forward. Yeah, smashing into Darren's bowl's just going to kick Jack, probably squirt it out like a spat pip across the line.
I don't think there's going to be any smashing, because if they get a little unlucky result, it's a big count either way.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Daz might just try to turn his own onto it.
Yeah, had a foot to his last and just... He's not going to squirt it too far. That green bowl on the right is a Zone 12 bowl. Yeah, it's a little mix of bowls in there, isn't there? Now I'm looking forward to seeing the new uniforms that come out with the regions. It's the 1st of June, everyone. 1 month. And don't forget, tax time starts then as well. My accountant wife, here we go, is positive. It's a positive line on that hand. I reckon it's going to... Oh, I'm wrong. I thought it was going to hold out. That's turning beautifully. Look at this. Darren Morrison shifted things around, but wow. Everything but, and you see a little bit of frustration on his face, but yeah, very good one to zone 12. That's a very good question I just got asked. This afternoon, look, depending on rain, there's lots of options, so I'm not going to go through all the options for what happens if it rains and we have games cancelled. We'll talk about who we are streaming as programmed. This afternoon it will be Zone 8 versus Zone 9. And if I click on that and have a look, Rink 8, which is Dave Quigley, Tim Crampton, Darryl Miller, John Watson against Matty Blackburn, Scott Shepherd, Michael Cleaver and Matty Harris. And a very good game there, Zone 8 and Zone 9. And then tomorrow morning, if I'm really clever, and I'm not, that's okay, Zone 12 versus Zone 4, actually. And Rink 22, which is Carl Healy, Nick Cahill, Jaden Gebby and Michael Phillips against Brad Bradke. Anthony David Fisher, who's a regular commentator on the live stream, Daniel Stanley, and Steve Galvin, which should be an absolute ripper of a game as well. And of course, the draws are set out months in advance, so we're not favouring any one zone, even though Zone 12 is getting 2 games. It's just the way it worked out. And then we're into quarterfinals and semis.
Well, we have to do somebody twice.
Have to do.
We have no option but to do a zone twice. We actually worked out which was the live stream rink before they were allocated.
Yeah, they're allocated rinks, that's right. Yeah.
It was a simple case of whoever drew this rink was on the stream.
No worries here. I'm looking forward to broadcasting Carl Healy again. I love the way the man plays. Seven days to the AO, Fiona's saying. Yeah, it is. It's going to be good, isn't it? I'm not going up this year. Like I said, I didn't get a gig, and I'm pre-booked to commentate at the King's Cup in Berry, which is a Berry-run competition being played at Bomaderry. Unfortunately, due to damage there. This looks like another very good shot. Little slide will help. There it is, number 1. Zone 15 holding 2 in there now. Well positioned. 2 back bowls are Zone 12 bowls, however. Thanks, yeah, Jared Gorsuch, Lee Bloor Edelong. There we go. Yeah, welcome, Peter Clark. Jake McHutchison asking if Pinnock's playing today. He is, yes. Over for Zone 1. Well, that's rolled 1 out. So, 1 there to Zone 15.
Zone 1's actually had a couple of changes this morning. We've had players arrive and drop their backs out of place and all sorts of bits and pieces, so...
It's a long trip for those guys down to the city from the far north coast. Obviously some damage, but yeah, well positioned again. That's 3 good. He's in a better position. There's 2 Zone 12 bowls back there, but if Jack moves, that's where it's going.
Oh, why is he pretty adept at playing the running shots?
Yep.
That's Benny Winther's bowl. It's gone up. So they got...
The oldie's done his punch it out of the way a little bit, I think. Jake, I'm not sure at the moment. I'll have a look who he's playing with. And Darren Lee going to his first AO. You're going to love it up there, mate. It's a festival of bowls. One of the best. Where are they? Not sure about that yet, mate. We'll have to sort that out after the game. Whoever Pinnock's playing with. But we'll worry about that after. Zone 1, that's right. Oh, look. He's kicked the jack away. I think they're holding 2 now, Zone 15.
Could even be 3.
It could be 3.
But it's an open draw now.
Yeah, Jack well exposed. Nathan Wise, well, this will be the shot. That's a great dead draw straight onto the Jack. Front resting toucher. Magic. Oh, it's fallen over, but even better. Like Lee had a shot in mind there, but Daz has just jumped in front and said, no, this way, please.
And he's remembered to move out of the camera straight away.
I didn't brief the skips, I only briefed the teams, and they had a good laugh about that.
Well, I did make threats to comment on anything about Daz that come to mind.
Oh, here we go. Now that's going to gap straight through that little hole. Imagine that.
I think just to summarise in a nice way, I did go out and say, Daz said, yeah, I know, keep, and I went, you large rear end out of the camera away.
He's not that big.
No, but it's good.
He's only 6'3". He's a good bloke. Very good man, Darren Morrison. As is this bloke. Brett Spurr, one of the nice guys in bowls as well.
They go out to enjoy themselves.
I really do.
Very competitive, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, you have to be at this level. Zone selection's a tough thing to get. Tell you what, he's online again. Online again. Jack across. He's just kicked it to 12, has he?
More than I thought it would.
Yeah, I don't know what he's using, but they're wide turning. I saw it in the first end. Here he comes. Very good at that weighted shot, Darren Morrison. And yeah, he's given that perfect weight just to swoop in, smack Jack across. I mean, I do think... Oh, no, that's his bowl at the back there, actually, isn't it? So it was 1 to zone 15 by the looks. Dead end. Did it die? I thought it sat amongst those two. I didn't even see it.
Straight out the side.
And it's quicker than my eyes can go, though. I need to start wearing glasses. Jeez, that's hopeless. Wait for the abuse to come in on Facebook. Thanks, guys. Yep, useless. There we are. That's what's going on with the scoreboard. So have a look at the Williams ring. I've still got it set as zone 9. Whoops, that's my fault, not Andrew's. I did the setups this morning.
Didn't even notice it, mate.
No, these guys did. No, can't escape it. I've said it before. I can't remember what the actual law is, but if you ever have a question, put the wrong answer on social media, you'll soon get corrected.
So Fergo is playing.
Sorry, it's Fergo against Williams. I got the name right. I just got the zone wrong.
Oh, it's Paul Williams. Yep, there you go. Now it says 15. Well, Josh Berry, one thereabouts and just behind again. Just behind for Nathan Malloy as well. Second one probably a little bit shorter than you'd want at this level.
The ghost on the green there, a few things just falling over late, which is interesting as well. There's not a breath of wind at the moment. Just thick cloud overhead. These zebra-looking bowls running all the way through.
Well, you wouldn't like to have those bowls, though. They're Essendon bowls, apparently.
Collingwood.
There's a bit of red on them.
Yeah, there's red on the rings, yeah, I guess. Collingwood losing last night to the Western Bulldog. Yeah, get it. Love it. I didn't see who won the league. Who won the league last night? It was
Jason Pinnock says there wasn't a game.
I didn't know there was. Well, not that was the night before Cronulla Parramatta, but last night was Newcastle versus Bulldogs.
The zone 2 fellas, most of them are unhappy, and Teasy is a happy boy. The doggies smashed them. Lots to not many.
Oh, poor Warren Towney. Yep, Jan Rhodes, as soon as scores start coming through, we do have a spreadsheet there ready to go to get the other zones up, but they're not coming through yet. They'll do it usually after about the fourth end, and we'll start putting them up. Good question, Jan. Thanks very much. Warren Towney had to withdraw, you poor bloke. Whatever's going on, I hope it's okay. I'd have liked to have seen you down here. Knight's got a lesson, Benny Rousel says 32-2. Oh, wow. When I stopped watching, it was 6-2. Bounce off the inside towards the jack, and that'll be shot. Peter Thornton, you're right. Matty Flynn, another Narandra boy making his debut for West Coast. I'm excited for that too. Love the country lads.
There's a magpie sitting somewhere outside there.
It's gorgeous, isn't it? Beautiful noise. There we go. Around he comes, swooping. As we said, it's getting pretty quick on this rink. Oh, he's pushed that into... Well, it's exposed, but it's definitely the shot, zone 12.
I think it was the shot before, so...
Okay, yep. The Jack High one, of course, always.
Chance here for zone 12, though. They're all their own bowls. If I'm Brett Spurr, I'm playing the forehand, slightly overplaying it. Sit my own bowl, turn it back and just make it safer, or just give that jack a little noodle around the corner. You've got your own 3 catches.
A little noodle.
Yep. Noodle, whatever you want to call it.
I like it. So
Looks like what he's playing too.
Oh, wow, he's nearly there. He's just going to bounce off that front one, I think, and stop.
Giving himself a bit of protection.
Mm-hmm. Protection for the one. Everything looking strong at the moment, mate. Facebook and YouTube. We're knock on wood, of course, but not my predictions. Watch these bowls swoop in. In fact, I think he's a bit narrow even. What's he using? Are they aces? Jeez, they move a long way.
I think Sperry, same idea. Slightly overplay, just inside the green and black bowl. You turn your own as good, or you just get the little run in through the gate. Just not quite got there.
Yeah. Well,
I don't think Daz can attack this too much.
No, he's got, well, his biggest risk is if he doesn't hit that duo on the right angle, then Jack's going across to a cluster of zone 12 bowls there at the back. Does have the best back straight back, but that's not where Jack will go. This will turn onto the green one. Oh, how's the angle? Oh, he's done it. He's off the front bowl, off the wing bowl. Taken the zone 12 bowl out and sat for a shot. 1-15. Goodness me.
Just fixed it.
All right, looks like we're starting to get some scores populated from next door, so we'll very shortly we'll have a scores up on the top left of the screen from the other rinks. John Caddo saying, John Caddo saying he's still in his PJs in Greta. Yeah, no doubt. Brent Rayner asking, so these are 21 end games for each rink. Here's the format. 63 is the number you're looking for in the bottom right-hand side, where the number 6 is right now. And whoever's ahead at that point will be the winners. We've seen some remarkable games in the Interzone. These games being 3 rinks, they do not... teams are very rarely out of it, and that's a brilliant start. Morning, Josh Wilton. Thanks, Jake. Appreciate that as well, mate. We do our very best. We'd like to be professional.
Carl Healy's score was up as 4-0 after 2, or 4-1 after 2, and now it's 3-1 after 3.
They turned that to me yesterday and the day before. It was just scoreboards. We go off what the scoreboards say, not our own math, and it gets it's chaos sometimes. But hold the advantage at the moment of Zone 15 here after a cracking lead bowl by Nathan Malloy.
I'd say Carl's just flipped the wrong number over there earlier on.
Geez, those bowls look good coming down to green. I like those very much, Benny Winther. That one at the back is Luke Rash. Zone 15. This came out narrow, I'd say. He's turning that hand, and he's back to almost the exact same bowl. 2 back in catching position, though, for Zone 15. And Andrew, this is the second worst office chair I've ever sat on.
It's not good, is it?
I'm going up and down. It's got a mind of its own. Here we go. That's going to bounce across. Taking Jack may not have helped him, by the way.
But I think that's a nice little result. He's pushed the Zone 15 bowl further away and then split the other 2. It's a backhand draw here.
I still think that's narrow. Yeah.
He's got a little bit of weight. He could get a result. He's just not even a foot narrow, but...
Yeah, across the line. I don't think he wanted to. Just dead drawing at this point. Why is he no such mistake? He's definitely out there. Under that front one would be lovely, and he has. Look at this, dead draw straight to the jack. Very good bowl. I like that. He put 63 ends up on the left. That's good. Good. Clever. Smarter than me.
Just been doing it more.
For longer, yeah. And something we didn't do the other day, I didn't get a chance to yesterday, being Friday, and we had all those day off, but congratulations to Courtney Alouche for 25 years at Bowls, New South Wales. Court, I don't know if she'll be watching. She'll be relaxing and trying to get away from the game at the moment, I think, but congrats to you anyway.
She'll be out watching the football.
Oh, yeah, she would be too.
The boys would be out playing footy.
Yeah, well done. 25 years is a remarkable effort at any organisation. I can tell you now, everyone knows that, and she does a great job.
Only seems like yesterday she started.
Does it? Well, this is only, 3 years after you started.
Yep. I did post to her. I said,
Oh, is it Jack?
You must be deranged to
Where
have
did that
worked.
come from? Did you see that? Jack just shot across the middle of the green.
You must be deranged to work at one organisation for so long.
Well, here we go. Darren Morrison wants that bowl and the jack if he can get it. Didn't quite. He's got a good one down the bottom right-hand side of the screen, you can see.
Well, they have best back. I'm pretty sure Darren's bowl went.
Yeah, out of bounds, I'd say. Even though I missed that jack last time.
Oh.
Yeah, it's in the hole. Yeah, on the bank now.
That's Benny Winther.
Oh, it's Benny
on
Winther's,
the bank.
yeah. Stripy ones.
Well,
Here he
attack
comes again. He's not far off here. Yeah, clean run would have had it, but he's got shot anyway.
Yep.
Well done. Great shooting, Darren Morrison. He's doing that very, very well at the moment. He's pretty happy with himself too. He's with a smile on his face in the back. I feel like I'm getting shorter and shorter. It's absolutely terrible, this chair.
The gas lift, for those who can't see, but Jenny, the gas lift on that just sort of lets go and you sink.
It's absolutely terrible. I'm gonna get
One more to Zone 15, Central Coast. So we'll update our main rink score.
Yep. Yeah, it's good, Phil, isn't it, mate? I'm pretty happy with what's going on here with the stable, how stable the stream is. I played around quite a lot yesterday and did a lot of work, and it seems to be paying off. Trying to find some control of the signals. So, yeah, happy so far.
Sometimes that's like trying to nail jelly to the ceiling, though. Controlling the signal's a bit like trying to nail jelly to the ceiling.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You can't see it. You just got to hunt around for it. Cyril broke it, Peter Thorne saying. Yeah, well, I haven't seen Cyril today, actually. He said he's going to drop in. He's at home at the moment.
Oh, look, I reckon we've lost 2 ends in 2 years with equipment stuff, so...
Well, the equipment, like I said, the equipment was okay. It was just stuff outside of my control, and then Facebook issues as well, which I still have a ban from, by the way. So if anyone's messaging me and I'm not getting replies, that's because they blocked me. So I'm in Facebook prison.
In the brig.
In the brig. One on and one back is the target, and that's what he's done. Nathan Malloy having some kind of game here at the moment. Josh Berry playing very well as well, especially in the first couple of ends. And this time, he's dropped one short. He wants to avoid his own or bash it pretty hard. He hasn't really. Well, usable. Sandra Bruce, g'day. Jay's over at the other club now at the moment, unless you're there too. Well, that's fair shot. Wow, I really like the way that's interesting. One of the best things you can see, and you're doing exceptional camera work, of course, Andrew, is the faces of the bowlers as they release. And
Benny Winther just gives a couple of blinks.
He blinks, that's right. I was just about to say exactly that. That's really cool. Everyone's got a bit of a waiting face. I think it'd be a great collage, I think. Or
Teasy pokes his tongue out.
Yeah, and does the little squat as well. Runs down a bit and squats.
The bloke I love watching is Michael Wilkes.
Oh, yeah?
Because he dances and...
Oh, so the story about Wilkesy, and I hope he's watching. Or is he playing?
He's playing.
He's playing, so he's not watching, which is good. Well, here we go. There's a bit of weight coming down. Wants to just crash into things and move them around. Oh, he's scattered the front. He's still one down. Wow. Yeah, Wilkesy, he does. He dances he was playing in the Victorian Premier League, I think, and he chased one of his own bowlers down, getting a bit excited. And as his bowl clattered into the head, he jumped and tore his calf muscle. It's the first time I've seen a torn calf in a bowling in a game of bowls before. That was brilliant. The poor man stooged on.
He was hobbling quite badly.
He was, wasn't he? Yeah. Still a funny story. That's finished probably a little bit shorter than he wanted. I do think he wanted to come back. He's just watched Zone 12 run in pretty heavy.
So for those watching the main board on our screen, we have to manually update that one. And while we would normally have one set up to get the scores over the internet, with the very dodgy internet connection we've had, we're not putting any more bandwidth through that than we absolutely have to. So we are keeping those ones manually at this stage.
That's it. So we'll just track it from the big board. The scores may not always add up from the rinks, but we'll keep an eye on the big board as it's the most important one in the end. This is where it gets the edge, he's going to smash things through. Oh, that was very close.
Got his own one out, unfortunately for Wisey.
Yeah, so there's only one zone 12 bowl in there at the moment. I guess that was always the risk. And definitely risky there now. I don't see that. Oh, maybe if he hits and sits, it's usable, but there's not much back. The only real place that Jack's going to go is back to zone 15, so they're in a remarkably good position there.
I'd say Darren Morrison will be trying to draw a counter on the centre line behind. Does not want to fatten this target up at all.
He's given that weight to get to the back. Or am I wrong? I've misjudged Darren's bowls before.
They really swing.
Yeah, they are swinging, but wide swinging bowls. So I'll tell you what, he's dropped one in for two. and sat there. So he's got a good third.
Well, Brett might just back himself to give this a bash. Back himself to fix any damage with his last. That's exactly what's happening.
Bang, bang. Bowls went everywhere. Jack shot backwards. And that was a toucher. And if Jack's in the ditch with it. No, Jack's sitting up, but I do think that toucher in the back is the shot. So 1-12. But, geez, 4 metres of room for Darren to draw into. Chalks wasn't selected for Zone 7. They're claiming restriction of trade. Yeah, Chalks didn't get in the senior side either, did he? Right. And Darren having a good look.
Don't worry, Chalks should be in the veterans one next year. I don't think he's old enough for the senior side.
No, I don't think he's actually. I was just. He's actually listening too. Good day, Chalks. One of the best in Zone 7, actually, Johnny Chalker. I'll give you a shout out, mate.
Show us your bum.
That's exactly what you want to do in front of the camera. Well, there you go. There's one to Zone 15. And some room there still. Thanks, Sherry. Brody Spurr. Having a good look. Just needs a clean run. He's pretty close.
Looks a little tight. Might want the jack here. No, he's good enough.
Yep, just good enough. Wowee. Yep. 1-12. So a ripper of a game we're getting here, mate. Always lucky on the live stream, aren't we? So far.
Don't tempt it.
Gary, good morning on YouTube. Go Zone 5 and obviously everything running well on both streams at the moment. Hello everyone that's joined us for the Interzone Sides games. Watching Zone 12 versus Zone 15. Your scores are rotating around the top left every 7 seconds at the moment, so you should be able to follow your favourite zone, and they are scores that will come from Dundas and here. Our volunteers diligently updating that those scores as they can. Oh, look, there's Shippo in the background. Here again. What's it costing?
Oh, look, rumours that he poisoned 3 of their players to get in are just not true. was only 2.
That's why the jokes were coming, because I didn't actually get this, but Shippo was playing. That's why he gets selected in everything. Selected in this, the seniors, the juniors next month. And the rumours about him putting on a skirt and playing for the ladies is, I think, exaggerated as well. Josh Berry just got the better of that one so far. Nathan Malloy, well, has corrected his grass.
Pretty well down, this one.
Yeah.
Almost good.
Almost good, that's right. It's a bit short, good inch. Perfect. Well, my friend Andrew, I'm about to jump up and head and get down and have this meeting, and I'll hopefully be back for the second game. You going to be okay?
I'll battle on bravely.
You've done this before a few times, mate. Thanks everyone for joining us again. I'm Benny Tushis. I'll be back later. Thanks, Andrew.
I'll try not to ball them too much in your absence, mate. Benny Winther, a couple of yards through, good home. Was just trying to reach that one, I think. So Luke Rash. Just playing the backhand there. I think he needed to reach a bit more with that one. Benny, he'll play his forehand again. Wants to sneak around those bowls and just get a good position. This head getting a little ugly for zone 15 in the back position. They are holding shot with the bowl just short on the run in on that backhand side. So Luke Rash, he's just looking to play through his own bowl down to Josh Berry's. Be happy to go past. That's actually improved the head a lot for zone 15. Much better position now. I think there'll be a little bit of weight here from Wisey. He'll just try and reach that little bit of contact on that jack back about a metre or two. Pretty close to it. Oh, he's got the edge and squirted it out. So there's still one down. Not quite sure what Daz is calling there. The arms are going and...
Green Master touches.
Is that a Green Master touch?
That's what he's bowling with. Never heard him.
Oh, wow. I'd say he's expected the greens to be rather heavy and got wider set of bowls. It does rain. They can't change bowls. Start of the game. Was he's pretty close to the right line, just a little bit on the shy side. Trethowan. Very tight line, I think. Can get a straighten off Nathan's bowl. Probably a little bit lucky, but it's ended up in a great spot. See that one from Lee Trethowan. Weight was pretty good. It's just got the straighten off the short bowl. Flopped it onto the jack. Spurr. We'll be a little positive towards this. Gets that bowl onto the jack. He's got all of his own behind. Just misses. Another one in that catching area now. Darren's got to draw back to those. All zone 12 at the back, so Darren looking to get in amongst those. There's two zebras, a white bowl, one of Josh Berry's, and Nathan Wise's bowl there at the back. So if Brett Spurr can get contact on this shot bowl, get that jack back a couple of metres cleanly, zone 12 will be in a massive position, just under the line, but there is a chance to get a result. Well, he's got one bowl of them out, still probably two at least. Maybe three though, there. Just Darren trying. If he's holding two or three, he's probably not going to do anything attacking, just draw. Not quite got the running. I think that was a 4. So a big count for zone 15. It was 4. David Ferguson now leads 9-3 after 6. Let's try and catch Carl Healy's rink scoreboard. It's 6-3 after 6. So it's 18-12 after 18 ends in this clash. Another good start from Nathan Malloy. Rash just sneaks underneath Josh Berry's bowl. And Winther will play on that forehand side as well. Just try to get up to that jack. It's a little tight. He can turn Josh Berry up. Plenty there to rest on if he has got a tight line. Taken plenty of grass with this one. A little shy as well. Darren wants this one behind. Rash backhand through their own bowls. Actually wants to get around them. No harm in crashing into them though. It doesn't make it easier at all for zone 12. And Spurr says, well, we've had enough of mucking around. Let's hit that. Get it opened up. Benny Winther will play weight on the backhand. Rumble into them. Just try and get some sort of result. Got rid of one. They might have been hoping for a bit more movement out of those bowls there just to give a path through. Trethowan, he'll just stick to that backhand side. Their own bowls coming in, hoping to miss them and just drop in behind the jack. He's going to be right round the back. We might see another reaching shot here. Yep. Give it a little splat. Looking for any contact here. Otherwise, he's just going to go straight through the hole, sit their own bowl. Same idea for Trethowan as his previous, just draw. Maybe a little less width. Can find that hole and get in behind the jack. Can use that one as well. No, I'm done there. Holding at least 3. I think that changes Nathan Wise's shot. Forehand. Can be a little positive as well here. Got Josh Berry's bowl on the centre line. If you hit that in the middle, it's all right. And that's a great result. Played the weight to do it. Might have been a bit fortunate to get the full hit to come through. They've got probably the better position out of this now too.
From Campbell, isn't he? And do you know who Alan's from?
Darren, he's got those wide bowls. He'll be looking just to draw down to this. Maybe a little touch of their own 2 behind, but just going to swoop a little too quickly. I think Brett Spurr won't be trying to change the head at all. He'll just try and get him behind, just behind the jack, get a little protection from Darren being able to convert. Well, it's not a bad home at all. Darren's got to be a little careful here because if he does play any weight and gets solid connection on Josh Berry's bowl, it could push onto the jack, come back a metre or 2, and he'd be seriously down. So he's only going to play just to draw. Wants to sneak around Benny Winther's bowl. He's got it in the middle. Might even be considering taking this one shot rather than playing anything risky. And they exactly what does happen. And so one is good shooting. We'll take that one. We'll update the other rink scoreboards and the total every second end. And lengthen this jack up. Matt back near the tee, nearly full length tee to tee. Central Coast were playing a slightly shorter length. Won a couple on that, so The Sydney Southwest team have decided they'll go a bit longer, see if they can get a bit more dominance on those lengths. Josh Berry, it's a good opening bowl. Not looking for much correction, but really does want to get around that bowl. Underneath is okay. Well, it's just got the slide and gone past. Still counts. Couple to Josh at the moment. Nathan Malloy needs another yard or so on his previous bowl. Can play with a lot of confidence here. Josh Berry's bowl just past Jack High. Can draw onto it. If he's a little tight, he's got his own to roll. Darren urging this one to hurry along. Just going to drop a little bit on the short side. Does mean that any will play forehand. So just get out to Josh Berry's bowl, out to the left of screen there. Wants this to hold on. Little touch is not going to hurt too much. Yep, he's got the touch. Hasn't stayed with it. Well, it's a draw either hand. It's whether or not they think they can get up and over their own, or that's exactly what Darren does call the up and over their own bowls. Slightly overplay it. You've got a chance to roll either one of those up for shot. Got to reach to do it though. He's fallen a little bit short with that. So far, the longer length has worked for zone 12. And we do have some rain coming down. We may need to remove our middle camera very soon. We do have the rain hoods on 2 of them, so we should be able to keep going with the end cameras at least. We'll just take a slight break in commentary. The rain's just eased a little bit. It was just a quick passing shower so far anyway. 9-12 converted his head. Now holding, well, a couple at least. Darren wants this one to drop down. Got second shot. Very good. Brett Spurr playing an attacking line here. Wants Darren Morrison's bowl. Just got the edge on Wisey's bowl on the line there. And Darren might be too attacking here, can't move his own. Try and draw a shot. Doesn't need a lot of correction on his previous. Just going to run past. Be one more to Brett Spurr. Oh, apologies there. And Josh Berry's opening bowl, about a yard behind. Nathan Malloy beats that one. Couple to the central coast as this head stands. Penny Winther looks to be correcting that though. He'll draw the shot. That rain is persisting. Darren calling Luke Rash to reach on his backhand. Wants him to get underneath Josh Berry's bowl down to the jack. Going to sit on Benny Winther's bowl. Very close for shot. Although Brett Spurr says there's still one. Wisey, play the other side of the green, the forehand, wants to get round Benny Winther's bowl, down to the jack. Played it exceptionally well. Great bowl. Well, the call from Darren is to just reach on that backhand side, sit the shot bowl. There's traffic on both hands. That's why they're saying just slightly over the draw. Wants to get underneath that one. He's got the double kiss and just opened up the draw a little more though. Imagine Nathan Wise will play a very similar bowl again. Just repeat the dose of his previous. It's a little bit narrow with that line. Touch. Don't think Brett Spurr would have preferred. He didn't quite fatten that target like he has. Nathan Trethowan, however, he will play very similar to his previous, just that slightly over the draw, reach up. A couple of chances here. Any contact is good. Cut it back. No, they've got two shots out of it. You see that bowl from Trethowan right down to the jack. Wants to trail it back to his own. Gets a little kick and run. Sits in behind for two. Brett Spurr, he's going to play a reaching shot. Oh, he's got a big splat on everything. Darren Morrison holding shot, wants to get one just to nail it down, make it harder for Brett Spurr. Be good enough to count. Spurr, he'll be looking to just tighten this up a little now. Oh, he's not quite got the line right on that, so Darren Morrison, chance to draw for a multiple. At least two. Should add the third here. Just needs to get past that green one, really. That'll be in. Whether it's 3 or 4 will be the question. I think it was only 3. Decent start from Nathan Malloy. Just a reminder, we are updating the other rink scoreboards in the Master every second end when they're playing from the other end of the green. Just check the scoreboard scores then using the other camera. Spurr probably holding 2 here. Luke Rash, not quite got the right radar on with that one. Winther must be on a decent line. Crash, decent correction, but he's just going to crash into Benny Winther's bowl. Benny Winther, he'll stick with that backhand side. Needs another yard. Draw down to Josh's bowls. They're just in behind Jack High. Tries the run, misses. Nathan Wise wants to miss that one, but he's cut it in. Trail that jack across. I think they'll have to switch to the backhand side now. Does make it challenging for Darren Morrison. Doesn't want to turn his own onto the jack. I think they'll look for position rather than shot here now. Just try and get in behind. Zone 12, they may well try backhand and just try and get a little contact on Benny Winther's bowl just to roll that Nathan Malloy, I think it is, out a little. Or forehand just to roll it on and kick it back to their own. Makes contact with that bowl, it's just going to go around. Boys just looking, trying to work out what is the best shot to play. Central Coast probably holding one. Don't want to get any touch on the jack at all. They'll be just looking for position. Whereas there's a chance for Brett Spurr to make 3 for his team. Darren just getting in behind. There's a big chance for a good score here if we can make contact with their own bowl on that. Well, it's forehand for Brett. He's lining up. Reach with a little bit of weight. Wants some contact on this bowl. Just going to run a little bit on the wide side. So will be one more to the Central Coast combination. Just a correction on our rink board. There's only one that couple of ends ago. So it's 5-8 after 10. I'll check out the other boards for you and update the totals as soon as I can see the boards. Well, Paul Williams has just caught up to David Ferguson a little bit. It's now 10-6 after 9 on that rink. Good correction from Josh Berry. Gets a little touch, but it goes straight down the line. I think that's straight to Nathan Malloy's bowl. So the 27th end has been completed now on the master board. Zone 12, their lead's been cut back. It's now 23-17. Luke Rash looking to arrive, couple down. Good effort. Actually, it's one shot to Nathan Malloy, the ball on the jack. I don't know if you can read body language there. Darren Morrison saying just over the draw. Sit the Josh Berry bowl. If you happen to drag that jack, we've got a couple out that way. It's just going to be a round. Nathan Wise, a little bit of weight. Got the jack, sprung it forward. Still one shot according to Darren Morrison, but little trail around the corners ideal. Very close to just drawing this. Popped it back down the line. It is one shot to zone 15. I might see something a little more aggressive in nature here. He's got his own out pretty much clean. 3 down now. Well, Darren just looking to get another one in the head here. Holding 3. Would love to cover this jack up. May have just broadened the target a little bit. Would like to arrive just underneath or through that bowl. Chipped it back, still 3 down. So he's going to have to cover the back if it's not already covered. There's a lot of zone 12 right at the back. Darren. Well, it's a little bit of cover, but there's still value for Brett Spurr to get this jack back to the ditch. Plays that reaching weight. That's 3 to Central Coast. Great start from Nathan Malloy. Josh Berry looking to get to him. He's just going to get the back of him, push him up past the jack. May have got shot out of it. Round his own, right down to the jack. Super shot, that. Just looking to get down on that hand to the zone 15 bowl, just behind Jack to the left-hand side there. Good home. The same idea here for Benny Winther. Just wants to get down to Nathan Malloy's bowl there, just behind Jack High. Just going to run around it. Good home. Darren wants a little disturbance here. Nathan's going to play that bowl as well. Wants it to sit it and stay. Has done it for 3. Wants this disturbed just to give themselves a chance. As it is, that jack's pretty covered up. Pretty close to getting a result with this one. Can get it off his own. Oh, he's just turned his own out, rolled away. So, no idea here for Nathan with his second bowl. Arrived at that head. Ideally going to sit that same bowl back again. If you're a little bit tight, you can turn your own and have a chance of getting a good result. Yeah, well, it's given them good home. Just change that head a little bit. Darren, little quick or a little wide, one of the two. Brett Spurr, he'll play the same hand, looking to just get around Nathan Wise's bowl to the multicoloured, I'd imagine. It's not too far away. Just going to miss that one wide, come to a good home. Darren, 3 down. Can just flop off Nathan Wise's bowl to get shot or draw onto Josh Berry's and straighten. It's not going to get down quickly enough. Just wonder whether Brett Spurr might be tempted to just try and draw a toucher a little bit sideways. Don't know if he can make a lot more. There's 3 that are waiting there. Not sure they'll be cut out by the current 4th shot. He's going to get down for another counter anyway. That'll be 4. It is. It's a count of 4. Brett Spurr just to tighten this rink up a little more. So we've hit the halfway mark and zone 12 leading by 9, 32-23, 33 ends played. Slightly shorter length being played on this end. It was zone 12 that was going long. Now it's zone 15. Zone 12's got the mat and rolled a near minimum length. Chance here just to play to that back shot bowl. Just going to be a bit longish. Winther wants to get down to the jack. It's going to go to a good home. Oh, they're just trying to beat that great bowl from Luke Rash now. He's got the shot. Trethowan will play down towards that bowl. There's a chance for zone 12 to make some here. As he's playing exactly that bowl, wants to get just around those shorter ones. Got that one pretty clean, perfectly. It's now a draw for Trethowan. Looks to be a little under the line. Crash into his own shorter bowl. We'll see Nathan Wise's little run at this head. Thought he was a little narrow to start with, but he's just held on beautifully. In fact, he's probably got the perfect result to get that on the inside and push it out of the head. Then hang around, possibly 3 shots. Brett drawing for 4. Little toucher here, it would not hurt them at all. Just tuck that round the corner. That will be 4, maybe 5. Just another shower of rain starting to come down. I think we're going to cop this all day. Darren just going to be through a little too far. So still possible handful for Brett Spurr. Pretty much just got to play his same as his previous bowl. It counts. Just get past those front ones. Just a little too tentative. Probably doesn't make it any easier for Darren. Got his teammates' interest here. Oh, great bowl. He's not only saved 5, but made shot. There was a chance that score would have blown out then, but Darren Morrison saved the day. Good start for Nathan Malloy. Josh Berry wants to run this out. Just going to drop in behind. Good effort. Well, Nathan needs more speed than his previous. He's just slightly under the grass is the problem there. Crashes into Josh Berry's bowl. Got around that. He'd have been very, very close. And Josh, he just needs a tiny little more of both. He's just going to crunch into Nathan Malloy's bowl and make sure it is 2 shots to Central Coast at the moment. They should now play, yep, and he's going to say draw for a foot through, finish behind or even turn up Nathan's bowl to the jack just to make it that bit harder for zone 12. He's going to come in behind, good home. Gets some contact. Changes it up ever so slightly. You probably would have been hoping for a bit more contact than that, but still 1. Just looking for the backhand shot here, down to the jack. Could be 2 or 3 down. Oh, he's got the straight and in and around. He sat the jack back to Nathan's bowl, but it's just the 1 now. We're looking to get down to Ben Winther's bowl. Just to get that little bit of cover. Be happy to be past. Why is he can get down to the shot bowl and make a big conversion here as well. He's got the little scrub and run as well. No outstanding result. Trethowan just missed his line with that one. Nathan Wise, attacking line. Not going to hold up long enough. He'll miss. It's the skipper's crossover. Darren Morrison plays backhand. Can get down to the zone 12 bowls. Wants to get past that onto Ben Winther's Played it absolutely spectacularly. Drops back to the jack, makes a couple. Brett Spurr will be attacking here. He can pop the jack through the hole to his own. Pretty well pointed. Just needs to get back a little more quickly. Oh, he's sat the ball. Don't know if he's changed that at all. It might only be one. It is shot to the Central Coast at this stage, though. We can draw some cover. Well, backhand draw, probably an option here. A little bit of contact on the jack. Sit the green and white bowl. A little bit of contact on the jack. Into that pocket. Could be 2 or 3 available to score. He's under the line. 1 to Central Coast. We've played 2/3 of our ends. Great start from Nathan Malloy. Josh Berry, it's a very good line, just not quite got the right speed there. Nathan Malloy, good one, still counts as 2. Josh Berry, a little more running needed. Central Coast, just close that back to 11, the difference. Just want to do the last 3 ends across the... Well, it's probably a little fortunate, but he's got that through and managed to open that head back up again. Close to shot. Trethowan, I think they're holding one. Turns that one up, it will be a definite one. That one's right up for shot. Probably two. Wants to get around Josh Berry's bowl. He's just going to be underneath. Well, it might have been close to a backdoor for the second shot. Trethowan around the back. Wisey. Rash looks a little better. Let's get round that one and down to the shot bowl. Oh, very close. Big discussions. What if this? What if this? What can I do? No real easy path in here for Darren. Forehand draw. His bowls do swing fairly dramatically, but he's going to have a run, hoping to rip something out. He's going to be underneath everything. Forehand draw for Brady Spurr. Just wants to get around Nathan Wise's bowl there, down to the shot bowl. Add another count, just make that a little bit harder for Darren. Probably won't hurt to get up and over that one. Just going to go past. Darren opts to go quick again. Gets rid of one. That's all he's got rid of, so pretty clear backhand draw or forehand for Brett Spurr. Already playing with his khaki hand. Looks to be on a good line for this. Holding maybe a couple. Not quite there. Well, they knew what it was. Great start from Nathan Malloy, giving his team a chance to kick on. Second one dropped a little bit on the short side though. Does give a chance for Brett to call Ben Winther just to play slightly over the draw. Underneath that last bowl, Jack high bowl, he can trail the Jack back to his own. Just smacked into Josh Berry's bowl. Opened up that forehand side for Darren to call. Luke Rash to draw to Josh's bowl on the line. He's just given it a little too much encouragement to get down the other end. No change here. The same idea for Ben Winther. Backhand just over the draw. Arrive, sit the shot or tuck that Jack back. I think ideally they'll be looking to get contact on the Jack back to their own. Well, made a couple. Draw for Central Coast now. Well under the line, unfortunately. Yeah, forehand draw for Nathan Wise. Does look a little on the tight side. Well, Grasslime's actually really good. It's just gone round. Looks better pointed from Trethowan on that backhand side. He's just needed to get that one right in the belly. Wisey just around Josh Berry's bowl, even up and over. Be happy to get Josh's right in the middle. Be happy to go around it there though. That is a great bowl. So Lee, you can see that little bit of body language ducks. So we're getting towards the 2/3 mark of this game, zone 12. Just a decent advantage, by no means home yet. And he went up. Sorry, Brett Spurr. He'll play that same shot Nathan was playing. Just sneak around Josh Berry's bowl, draw a shot. Played it very, very well. Daz's bowls needs to take plenty of grass. He can get around Nathan Malloy's and right down to the Jack. He's on a good line to do that. Got contact with Josh Berry's. That may well have even got in for shot. So they're just checking out how to play this one. A little bit of attacking coming up. Just got the edge of the short bowl and missed. So, judging by that, I'd say that Darren Morrison did get shot. He's going to switch over to the forehand side, try and dead draw another one. Looks to be a little on the quicker side this time. Be one. And one Central Coast picking up the mat, so it was Darren Morrison. Sneaking in for shot. Decent start from both leads again. They really are having a good battle, playing pretty well. Just going to crash into Josh's bowl. Made it a little better, but did also improve their position. Well, Paul Williams has grabbed a couple shots back on David Ferguson on the far rink. It's now 17-13 after 15. Their scoreboard. Carl Healy leading 12-6 after 14. Of course, it's 11-14 on our feature rink. So the master board, zone 12 now 40, zone 15 33, and we've played 45 ends. Luke Rash can afford to reach up to Josh Berry's bowl here. Wants it in the middle. Push Nathan Malloy's back and just run on a little. It's not a bad result at all. He's given his team more position, so... Ben Winther wants to draw down to that last Luke Rash bowl. Flop inside it, cover and count. Not quite got the speed to do that. Just out from that reaction from Brett Spurr as well. May have just changed the idea for Central Coast, though, to play through that head now. Trethowan is lining up on the backhand. So he's going to have good solid weight. Wants to miss that one now. Just cut it in a little bit. See the signal there from Brett Spurr to Nathan Wise. Just to reach to Luke Rash's bowl. They're both his coming in tight, so not going to have any damage there. Wants to miss it now. Oh, he's just laid it over. A little unlucky there. Needed to hit it in the middle, not lay it over. You might see big weight here, trying to get that one in the middle and really shake this head around. He's going forehand. It looks like he's lining up to go near maximum speed. Well, got a result. Mixed that up a lot. Might even be shot now to Central Coast. Has opened up that forehand side for Nathan Wise to play just a little bit over draw, just to arrive down to the shot bowl. Wisey, he hasn't quite cooked that egg. Jack high, not enough grass. See Lee Trethowan's run again though. Works it out, lines it up and goes bang. Plenty of things to happen here. Gets the big split, runs on, turns out the shot bowl. Leaves them holding. Well, underneath the line with that one. Do want to give a big shout out of thanks to all the staff, employees, volunteers, committees of both Dundas Sports and our main host club here, NBC Sports, Northmead Bowling Club. Been absolutely fantastic in looking after us, making sure that we can do everything we can to make this event great for the players and presented to you guys out at home. Did have a couple of hiccups over the last couple of days. I think we've got those ironed out. Signal issues. But, Maylene here at NBC has looked after us exceptionally well. Darren wants to get round that. Well, that one will be the shot. I think that's left Brett with not much option. He's got to try and dead draw this. And he's not going to dead draw it with that. Two taken out already. Three. Measuring for the fourth. Three shots to Darren Morrison's Central Coast team. Oh, they move out to a 17-11 lead on this rink after 17 ends. Paul Williams has picked up one more to trail 14-17 to David Ferguson. It's 12-6 after 14 to Carl Healy. So that does mean our big board needs a little adjustment. Central Coast has closed this up to just a 3-shot gap. Josh Berry just a little bit on the quick side with that one. Luke Rash. His team's probably holding a couple here. Wants to really get one close. That one, a little bit of a nuisance on the run in. And he wants to draw around Josh Berry's ball down to the jack. Pretty close. That may well, yeah, that one's shot. Zone 12, expected to be the favourites. They're not getting it all their own way. They were up to a dozen in front earlier on. That's back to 3 shots now. A little unlucky there for Central Coast, turning Josh Berry's bowl up. It's probably a couple now. They're going to try and draw 2 those bowls that count. A little bit narrow line to that shot bowl. If they get contact on theirs, it's okay. They're just trying to draw to the 3rd shot, I think that Central Coast bowl is. Ben Winther can run into his own bowls or come underneath. He's just not, quite didn't play that with confidence, just a bit short. Sparrow, Lee, Trethowan, forehand, just wants to get in that space. Wants to slide around the shortish bowls. Wants a big piece of the jack, and he has. He's got it right back to Nathan Malloy's bowl. It'll be holding at probably a couple there. See that Lee Trethowan bowl. I don't think this is exactly what he's trying to do, but it's a great result. He gets the jack straight down the line to his teammates' bowl. Nathan Wise will follow him down there. Just going to have been a little bit anxious to make sure he was up, pushed it out. So Lee, touch a last ball. Bit more grass this time. Wants to come around that one. He's going to get the best back. Wisey. Slightly tighter line this time. Very close. The 3rd shot at least. They've even snuck in for 2nd. Darren, it's his own bowl on that way in. He's just going to be a little on the quicker side. It was okay if he got contact with his own bowl at the front there. Brett Spurr. So he'll be coming underneath the front bowls. If he can get to Nathan Wise's bowl, he can turn off it. Going to push that one right up. It's probably 2 there. As looking to get down to the jack. Just going to push that one in. Doesn't make it any more pretty for Brett Spurr. I don't think it hurts his shot. Still out just under his own. He can actually get a winner from a scrape off his own bowl at the front. Down to the shot bowl. Jack is good. Oh, and he's not got a good result with that at all. It's still 2 shots to Central Coast. So, a little bit of fortune in the way of Darren Morrison, but they'd set it up by getting the shot to start with. 2 more to Darren's team. They now move out to a 19-11 lead after 18 ends. It's 12-7 after 15 next door. Carl Healy over Shane Edwards. Carl Healy leads. There's been a dramatic change in scores there. It's now 20-14 after 17 ends. There's a couple of big scores going on there. It's now 48-47 after 51. So Carl Healy's rink scoreboard in the background there. That's changed dramatically in the last couple of ends. Josh Berry's got a couple of good shots, and Benny Winther looks just to capitalise on that. Very good bowl. Why is he be looking to... Oh, sorry, it's Ben Winther's still got one left. It's 3 shots to zone 12 as this head stands. Lee Trethowan, though, forehand draw, wants to get down into that. Can afford just to overplay this because there's a big target. Wants to get to the shot bowl. Bang. Does it. Spot on. Interesting shot here. I think he'll just try and overplay this. Backhand down, just try and get a little piece of that last bowl, turn it out. Certainly has gone the tight line. He's got the front one. Just looking for a bit of cover here. They know that Zone 12 will have to attack. It's about where he wanted it, so gives it a good clap. Nathan Wise wants this to hold up a bit longer, get the edge of that green. Oh, it's actually a really good result. He's turned 2 Central Coast bowls away from that head. And Darren Morrison. He'll look for some cover as well. Maybe try and just draw down the Josh Berry's bowl behind. He's going to be short. Doesn't really help Brett Spurr's cause, but he's just got to make a little contact on the shot bowl. Just wants to turn it enough to move the jack a few inches. Very close. Only close. He's just gone underneath. Got another one in the head out of it. Trethowan calling Darren to draw to that Josh Berry bowl. It's flop off the inside, get a second. More importantly, cover those 3 bowls. Well, it's a very good miss there. It made it a lot harder for Brett Spurr to see that. Brett, he's just got to try and make some contact on that green and black shot bowl. Can do it in either hand. He's electing to what I think is the easiest path in at the moment. His forehand. Wants to sneak in under Ben Winther's bowl. Round Darren Morrison's. I don't think he's got the round bit. Got the edge of it, so 1 to more to the Central Coast. And if nothing's changed on the other rinks, that, by my calculations, bring the master board to all square. We'll try and have another look at those boards and give you an update there. But it's 11 shots to 20 after 19 on this rink. It's 20 shots to 15. Carl Healy leading after 18, so that's 1 more to Central Coast on that rink. Sorry, that's David Ferguson leading. I've mucked this up. It's 12-8 after 6. Carl Healy. 12-8 after 16. I've replicated David Ferguson's on the one twice. I do apologise sincerely on that. It's 20 shots to 15 on David Ferguson's rink. So the big board, somewhat different from what's on there. It's 22, 4, 20, 32, 43. And 28 and 15 is 43. So the close bit's right. It's 51 ends. It's 43 all. On to Central Coast. Nathan Malloy's bowl there closest. Luke Rash adds a second. Still plenty of room for Ben Winther. Benny Winther run in close for shot. Still open for Lee Trethowan though to play that forehand side. Plays it very well, gets the shot. Wisey goes quick. Played again, Sam, I think is the instructions here. Or played again, Lee. It's not too badly down. Just wants it to run a little further so it's not sitting right next to it, and it has done that. Holding, well, 2 or 3, and Wisey goes whoosh straight through the holes. Zone 12's got a lead on 2 of the rinks. Fortunately for them, though, they're the ones with the most ends left to play. And the big board is all square as we stand. Twelve ends left to play. 5 each on the other 2 rinks, and this is our penultimate end. As is, well, in at the back. Does Spurr risk going big for this, or is he? Well, he is. He's going to go big. Got the jack right back. Really sure where that's ended up. Well, one shot to Central Coast. One end to go. Trying to get the... Well, Fergo's board's gone to 20 to 16 after 19 ends, so they might have just not put an end up before. Try and get Carl Healy's rink board updated as well. 15-8 after 17, so Carl actually picked up a 3. Also 3 shots in it with 7 ends to go. Any Winther wants that bowl. Got it onto the jack. Done it very well. Another shower of rain just hitting as we watch now. Luke Rash just under the line. Nathan Wise through that bowl. Oh, well, it's bounced across. There's a lot of good results there available, but that hasn't worked out. It's punched across towards the zone 15 bowl. That's Nathan Malloy's. That's now sitting jack high and shot. Poked it through the other side that zone 12 would have been holding 4. Rain just coming down fairly solidly. Can have a crack at this. Looking for the jack through the hole. Well, that'll be a good result. Might have made a couple. Trethowan trails the jack. Turns it around again. That's two. Well, the bad news is that the weather that was going over the top of us is now coming in from the ocean. Bit of rain over Bundina and Helensburgh's coming towards us now. Sort of swirling around. Hopefully we don't cop it too much. Brett Spurr, he wants that bowl. Got it, and he's run in for shot. This end result could be critical for the overall. They're urging Darren Morrison down towards that white bowl. He's going to just not turn quite enough. So I think that is still one. Wisey says, take away the danger, trail that back to our own. Be a big turnaround to just get that jack back to their own. Could make three, even four. Wants it to hang on and get that one in the middle, not on the edge. Just going to run past. And just having a look at the other scoreboards, see what's going on. See whether a count of one is good or not. They want to make it, try and make a three, take the punt. Has got a chance to play a little bit of weight onto the back of his own bowl. Just roll the white one out. One or two rolls, stay for three. Danger there is, though, you get the piece of that jack and don't stay with it. All zone 12 in behind there. Close. A little touch could make two. I think it's just the one. So the final score, 11-22, was the one shot. So just a couple in this now. Try and see if we can catch some of the action on the other rinks. Zone 12 bowl coming in there now on that adjacent rink. Central Coast Bowl. Just going to pull up short. Cahill to play. 23-16 on the far rink now. Good pickup for zone 12. Got 3 on that 20th end. Skipper's now to play. Quite a heavy shower coming over. And liking the look of it. Just got the edge of the shortish bowl. Hard to tell who really is holding there. Just trying to hang on to give you the final result. I want this one to run it out. Well, Shane Edwards has drawn shot. 2 to Central Coast on that rink. So 17-10 after 19. Shake of a hand there. One to Central Coast to finish off the Ferguson rink. So 23-17 after 21. And that'll add one more shot to Central Coast. They'll go to 47 with 61 ends played. Actually, it'll be 39-49. So 2 shots, 2 ends. Phillips there. Jaden Gebby's bowl on the way. Carl Healy says that's 2. 2 shots the difference. It's 51-49 after 61. It's got the interest. Just going to run past. Conditions are a little bit difficult. Zone 12 holding here. And I'll just duck underneath, so it's still 1 shot to zone 12. Nick Cahill. They're interested. So the matches over at the other venue, just a few ends behind us. They might have had more of a rain break than we've had. We actually haven't lost any time. We are lucky that this didn't come over earlier. Zone 10 well ahead of Zone 11 Ash at that point. Those games are over at Dundas. They were 34 behind with 16 to play. Needs to run this out. Get that one up and over. One has got shot. Carl Healy. Going to go big. Well, I think this might be the final ends of today's bowls. Here, the radar not looking real positive. But we'll be looking at what we can do and making a decision about whether we can get any more play in tomorrow. Today. And he's ripped out the green bowl. So that'll be shots to zone 12. How many is to be determined? I think that was a multiple. It was. I've just put it up to 53.49 after 62. So it was a double. I think we're going to have to rescue one of our cameras from out there at least. That rain is getting more intense. They are playing their last end, so they'll complete this end, and that will be the completion of this game. It is not looking positive for any match this afternoon, though. So we'll put a post on Facebook to confirm what's going on for you, the public. But that is getting very, very damp. Matches over at Dundas are also almost completed, mostly. go. They're still playing in the rain. No one said anything, so they've left them going. Well, the instruction has been finish the end you're on. So this game will get completed. Zone 1 and Zone 9 will end up being 2 ends short. Handshakes there. Didn't quite see who got shot, but 2 to Zone 12. So Zone 12 will end up the winners. Thanks for joining us. We're going to cut that one short right now. We're going to go and get our cameras out of the wet, and we'll be making a decision by about 2 o'clock about this afternoon. It's not looking positive, but we'll let you know what's happening as we can. Thank you, and goodbye for now.